Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Two security guards shot to death in St. James. Two security guards were gunned down in separate incidents in the parish of St. James between Wednesday night and yesterday morning. The deceased have been identified as 34-year-old Jermaine Mary of Johns Hall and 23-year-old Sadane Legister of Crawford Street, Mount Salem, both in St. James. Police reported that about 7:15 a.m. yesterday, Legister went to dispose of garbage on a heap in his community when he was attacked and shot by an unknown assailant. He was taken to the nearby Cornwall Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Up to last night, investigators have not established a motive for the attack. And about 10:20 Wednesday night, Mary was sitting outside his house at Johns Hall when he came under attack by a group of men. He ran inside the house, where he was followed by the attackers, who shot him multiple times, killing him on the spot. Police who went to the crime scene said Mary's bullet-riddled body was found lying in a pool of blood. Detectives probing the killing of Mary have also not determined the motive behind his death. The death of the two security guards brings the number of murders recorded in St. James Police Division since the start of this year to 66, which is 24 more than the 42 reported over the corresponding period last year. Police probing two separate murders in Norwood, St. James. Two men were shot in separate incidents in the Grista community of Norwood, St. James between yesterday evening and this morning. They have been identified as 59-year-old Mason Alton Rose and Wayne Bennett, both of Norwood addresses in St. James. Reports are that about 7 this morning, the police responded to reports of gunshots being fired in Hugo Lane. Upon their arrival, Bennett was found suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. In the other incident, it is reported that about 6:05 p.m. yesterday, the police were on patrol in Church Lane, Norwood, when they saw a gathering. Upon investigation, the Mason was seen suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The police currently have no evidence to link both killings. The two killings pushed the murder tally in the parish to 68 since the start of this year. Fire destroyed commercial building in Montego Bay. Fire of unknown origin destroyed a commercial building which once housed 3 welding shops on Roosevelt Avenue in Montego Bay, St. James last night. Superintendent in charge of the St. James Fire Department, Dolphin Doman, reported that the Freeport Fire Station received the distress call about 8:11 p.m. and responded with 3 units. There were no loss of lives or injuries. Investigations are underway. The incident occurred a day after the Granville Police Station was destroyed and 2 young children perished in separate fires in the parish of St. James. 1-year-old shot in Denham town, police tell alleged shooter to surrender. A 1-year-old girl was rushed to Bustamante Hospital for Children Wednesday night after she was shot in the leg in Denham town, one of the western Kingston's greater communities accustomed to gun violence. Yesterday morning, the police said investigations have led them to believe that a man by the name of Amani Bling Dog Malcolm was responsible for the shooting and have called for him to turn himself in. According to the police, Malcolm allegedly entered a section of the community called Bread Lane about 7:55 p.m. and opened fire. The baby, who was being held by a parent, was hit. We understand that he just come in the area and fire shots wildly without selecting any person, so this child was hit in the process. Just the child was hit, commanding officer of Kingston Western Superintendent of Police Michael Phillips reported. The child is still alive. She was admitted to the Bustamante Hospital. She was shot by a man identified as Amani Malcolm, otherwise called Bling Dog. We are recording a statement now. We want Amani Malcolm, otherwise called Bling Dog, by 6 p.m. today, Phillips stated. He is wanted, so he should turn himself into us. He is wanted before the day is out, Superintendent McHale stated yesterday. However, angry residents are urging the police to hunt the alleged shooter rather than giving him the latitude to turn himself in. Hunt him down, go for him and lock him up. Why is it that the police telling him to surrender himself? We see enough times when police find man in the space of hours. We know who did it and nothing is being done. The baby could have dead, an irritated woman said. The woman also bashed residents who, she said, are aware of the whereabouts of the alleged shooter and aren't relating the information to the police. We have a serious problem in this place, and I don't know when it will end. Man coulda killed them son, them mother, them granny, and them know who, and sit down quiet. When ghetto people are go start talk up, she asked. Man who gave his name only as Sheen described the incident as unfortunate. When we talk out against police, you hear that we don't like police. How can Zozo, zone of special operation, be in Denham town and a man shut up a place and run about? This was not the first and it is not going to be the last. What is the role of the police? They are only here to pick up our bodies when we are dead and gone and bad man run gone. We tired to call upon Desmond Mackenzie, he said. Mackenzie is the legislator who represents Denham town in the parliament. Another resident stated, "This sick me, the devil loose. None are we not safe in this place, not even the baby with the palm breast. May God have mercy upon we in here," the woman said. In February 2020, a similar incident occurred in that general area. A 1-year-old girl was hit by a stray bullet when gunmen attacked a resident on West Street in downtown Kingston. The girl was sitting awaiting breakfast at her grandmother's home. Doctors told the baby mother that she had a 50-50 chance of walking. Meanwhile, as at May 19, the Kingston Western Police Division recorded 47 shootings, 11 up from last year. There have also been 42 murders in the division so far this year, a 5% increase when compared to the corresponding period in 2020. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.